been sent from up above, and I know you'll stay this way for always. And we both know that our love will grow, and forever it will be you and me. Ooh, you're like the sun, chasing all of the rain away. When you come around, you bring brighter days. You're the perfect one for me, and you forever will be, and I will love you so for always. Come with me, my sweet. Let's go make a family, and they will bring us joy for always. Oh boy, I love you so. I can't find enough ways to let you know, but you can be sure I'm yours for always. And we both know that our love will grow, and forever it will be you and me. Ooh, you're like the sun, chasing all of the rain away. When you come around, you bring brighter days. You're the perfect one for me, and you forever will be, and I will love you so for Ooh, you're like the sun, chasing all of the rain away. When you come around, you bring brighter days. You're the perfect one for me, and you forever will be, and I will love you so for always. Ooh, I will love you so. I can't leave. You and me, and me and you. I think about you day and night. It's only right to think about the girl you love and hold her tight. So happy together. If I should call you up, invest a dime, and you say you'll be roaming me and ease my mind. Imagine how the world could be so very fine, so happy together. I just wanna walk with you, talk with you. Baby, can I spark with you? Anything you wanna do, sure they know it's all for you. I wanna get to know ya, think of places I can show ya, all the things you've ever seen in your dreams. Let me know what the deal, we can roll, we could chill.
How you do? You ever come in the jungle before?
No.
How you feel about coming in the jungle? Oh, it feel good?
Yeah.
Talk to me this afternoon. Who, and who have never been in the jungle here before? You been in the jungle before?
Jungle here or jungle period?
Period. So I ain't talking about y'all. Yeah. You been in the jungle? Never been in the jungle. You all know what Guyana tourism product is like? You know, when you hear about tourism, what do you think about? What do you think about when you think about tourism? You think about Barbados and nice white beaches and yeah? That we all think about, I think about tourism, right?
No, actually, I would like to see more of Guyana actually, because I've been to Latam and I actually love Latam. I want to live in Latam.
Yeah. Well, you've been in the jungle a million times, right? Yeah. The Guyana tourism product is while we have explosion of colors for culture and religions and so on, which is very attractive for tourism as cultural tourism. What is also exciting about our tourism is the eco and adventure tourism. So like you see these buildings, this is what when you do ecotourism and the buildings got to be built similar to the communities around it. So this is the roof is made from the tree leaves, the wall is from the manicole, and so on. This is exactly the way the Armenians would build their houses and so on in the jungle, because they don't have, and this is a traditional Armenian, so they don't have access to the conventional building material and so on. And important for us is when you do this type of tourism, the issues of respecting the cultures of people, respecting the environment is also very important. People come here, they want to see the birds, they want to be in the rainforest. But then there's a tourism, for example, that happens in Barbados and Trinidad and Jamaica and so on, which is beautiful white sand beaches and and that type of thing. We are not endowed with white sand beaches, but we certainly endowed with a phenomenal country. A country of enormous magnitude and beauty and mountains and rivers and grand savannas. And when I became a pilot and started flying across this country, and you went into the bosom of the Mazaruni, or you go into the Kanako Mountains, it's just mind-boggling. A lot of us live our lives and we are confined by Georgetown or Berbice or wherever we live, and we don't understand the grandness of Guyana. And so this is our tourism product. Whichever one of y'all win this thing, and for the time that you're going up for this competition as well, Guyana Tourism, and you're going to be our ambassadors, because Roraima is very much involved in tourism, and so you'll become our tourism ambassadors as well. So you better learn a little bit about tourism. So somebody was asking me the bird. Who was asking me the bird just now? You found the name of the bird yet?
No. I'll get to it.
No, but you see, you should have done ask Michael. Michael was the name of the bird? The one making the noise.
The one that making the sound. The yellow.
Cassie.
Huh?
Cassie.
Cassie.
The yellow rump Cassie.
Yellow.
We call them ponyards.
So what is important is that if you see something and you want to know about it, ask, find out right away. Because remember, this is a competition as well, where you'll have to be speaking to the cameras a lot, and so you better start learning things.
Are we talking too much?
Yeah.
We're having a lot of fun.
No, but
Sorry.
so this is what is important as the ambassadors in this process. All right. Today this is going to be a very simple day. There's no tricks. There's nothing that is going to surprise you. Basically, what you're here is to enjoy this day together. And we'll take you for a little walk in the jungle. You'll kayak. You'll learn to kayak the kayaks today. The cameras will basically be recording you because we also just want to document it, and so that at the end of the process, we will show it on television, because people got to be able to say, I like the couple, and so on and so on and so on. Right? So just have a good time. Just relax, have a good time. We can record it, and we can hopefully the best couple. You have to win other people. People are going to be looking at you and saying, I like the couple, or I don't like the couple, and so on. And some of the way it will be judged from the team that did the interview with you they will score you, and then people as well that call in. And finally, the judge's decision are final. Last year we had You know, everybody wanted to win, and when they didn't win, they get back. So why should they win, and so on and so on. Just to remind you that the judge's decision was final, and but it's a combination of people, how you win people's hearts and minds, and so. You have a problem then. So the last time when we went through the jungle and we did a little, we were hurrying to get to one place. The actual winner happened to pick up his girl, and he run with her. But the girl had to be small, and he had to be strong.
I could pick him up already.
So those of you who got small girls, I congratulate you. Those who small and got big girls, I sympathize with you.
Small and strong.
We'll see. So you're in this is an Amerindia reservation, and this reservation is the Santa Aratak Amerindia reservation. In Guyana we have 9 Amerindian tribes, and the ones here are the Arawaks. So you have the Mukushis and the Waiwais, and all of us learned this in school over the years, right? So these are the Arawaks. The Caribs were always very violent. They were the ones that were very violent. The Arawaks are very peaceful. They're loving people. They're craft makers, and so on. And they're the ones that live here. So they do agriculture for a living. They do forestry, and so on as well, right? So this resort is built by Roraima Airways, myself and my family many years ago, and it's done in collaboration with the community. So it creates a job for the people in the community, and all our tours that come here as well stop at the village and they buy the craft. There's a craft center there by the women that makes a lot of craft and so on. So tourism like this is meant to help create economic activity in Guyana, but particularly in the hinterland. So it's not meant for us to bring people from the hinterland to work in the interior, but it's to create jobs for people in the interior. So you have to train people and so on to do this. So we have about 4,000 people that pass through here every year now, and it's getting better every year. People are enjoying it. People like the back to nature aspect of things. So all the staff here are from the reservation. And I said to you the issue of the environment, we protect the environment. Anyone you here know about the low carbon development strategy other than you? What do you know about the low carbon development strategy?
Well, the forestry is like to cut out all the trees in one places, just to prevent the low carbon.
Anybody else want to give it a shot?
Yeah. There's a strategy whereby the rainforest of Guyana, instead of wiping it out for our own economic purpose, we made an agreement with Norway so that we would preserve our rainforest and do a little bit of logging and so on, but give a...
Why would we preserve the rainforest? How the rainforest contribute to low carbon development strategy?
Oxygen, though. It's spreading around the world. And Guyana rainforest is one of the biggest. And
what do you mean? What oxygen and rainforest got to do with one another?
Life.
No, but something else, something important. The trees suck the carbon monoxide out of the air to create, through photosynthesis, to get oxygen, right? So the standing trees are important because the trees suck the carbon monoxide. Now, what's the danger of carbon monoxide to the atmosphere? Anybody know? Huh? Exactly. What's happening? That's why you're getting climate change, because the carbon going up, and it's the ozone layer protects the earth from the sunlight, and it's making that thinner and thinner, creating this hole, and so it's changing the weather in the world. That's why we're getting all these storms and so on. And the low carbon development strategy don't only have to do with trees, it got to do, and that's why we call it a national development strategy, because it got to do with the kind of air conditions we use, the kind of power plants. Every time you drive a car, you use a generator, or all those things generate carbon, which contributes to making the climate change. So Guyana have embarked on a program that is going to call for responsible environmental practices, right? So that was important. And so resorts like this, our tourism like this is very, like the entire resort is powered by solar power. We have a generator, but we use it as a standby power source. So that's it. Now, we also wanted while we're here, to hear a little bit again about you guys. And so you've been lucky. You're the 5 shortlisted couples, and the people in this room are free to ask questions of these couples, because they're now in front of the cameras again. And you know what the problem you said about this guy? He likes to talk too much, right?
Yeah.
Right. So you're going to straighten me. But you're certainly free to introduce yourself to the camera at this time and tell us a little bit about yourself. How about if we start with you guys over there?
Good everybody. We're in couple number 4. My name is Ryan Fletchman. This is my fiance, Maria Prince. We're from Georgetown. I'm 29 years of age and Maria's now 25. We've been together for 10 years now, and we certainly take this opportunity and will see it as a way of improving our relationship and making us better in now and future in terms of our relationship, and hope that we do our best in this competition to.
What about this man that made you want to marry? Other than he good looking.
Well, Ryan is somebody that I don't really have to sit and study over Ryan outside and doing this. You know, people that say, well, don't put your head on a block. I wouldn't really put my head on a block directly, but I know for sure well I could, well, he's there for me all the time. Like I tell Ryan, when you say, well, you're going here or am I going there, I don't ever have to be wondering, you're gone by a girl.
He got wonder about you?
No. But I know for sure that Ryan is somebody that any woman would dream to have.
Oh boy.
Because he would cherish you in every way possible that you would want to be cherished as a woman. So I really don't have no problems.
What did you don't like about him?
What I don't like? Let me see. Well, he's more of a tidy person than me. He would clean whole day. All day, weekends, right, would sit up. Clean. So this is where we get our...
He leave the toilet seat up? And he put on back the toothpaste cover? How about the 2 of y'all? Let me hear y'all's story.
This is Farida Ghani. I'm Nigel Canterbury.
And you're a cradle snatcher.
Nah, you can't put this thing in. I'm maybe age gap there. I don't want to call the number.
Call the number.
Man, there's a challenge, man. Cause everybody is a big fight, man. All right. Anyhow, she's going on 21 and I'm already 41. Right, so,
What did I tell you? What did I tell you this morning about the violin? Was it holding the violin, switching the tune? Exactly.
Popping
You
the
hear
strings off.
the man say? The man say you like a puppy. You see the car, you run after the car, you bark at the car, and the car stops, you forget what to do.
I think
Go ahead.
so, it's been a nice 5 years and change so far. We have a beautiful daughter, Ariel Canterbury, and
How did y'all meet?
Again, over the phone, through a louver window, on the road corner.
But tell me about how y'all met on this phone. How you meet on the phone? How you gonna meet on the phone?
Well, it was Easter, nothing to do, nobody. And I tell my partner, I said, man, got somebody for me. So he girlfriend told me, I said, I want one friend. I said, man, pick a friend. Do something, man. Place boring, man. It's Easter. People there out here all over the place.
You want to fly something?
Yeah, we should do. I already kite this. There's some fries for you. Anyhow, he make the call. She come on the phone for barely more or less than a minute. She cut off. Call back now, like she a little too busy. So So I talk to chef for 2 seconds and thing cut off now. Week pass, I call the friend. I say, what are you going on, man? This thing ain't even know what's going on. You know, link this thing properly. After the week now, well, you know, Digicel got a thing going on, so we start with the blah blah. So as the question and answer then start now, the first week rolling with the fine question and answer, but then we realize we know nobody, we see nobody, so we decided for meeting. Well, let us walk bus on the back road. So after work now, I pulled up by the corner, there is Ducky shop in Arrowpoint, so I pulled up now waiting for this person to come down. And realizing she can't come out. So she downstairs now, the blind pull, the louvers pop now, people are saying, look at that. I said, man, alright, everybody's got little restrictions and stuff. You're studying nothing, you don't get off on a girl and thing. So you peep now, you see 2 big eyes through the louvers there. I said, what?
What you see? Tell me what you see when you look through the louvers.
I see belly.
I feel like they just don't need that. Nah. I put on more size now.
Yeah, tell me the story. So when you tell you open short, you want to see
Yeah, so I didn't know at the first time I saw him, so I want to make sure everything, you know, if he have abs or whatever. But he didn't have no abs, I just saw his belly. He's like, oh gosh, belly. Yeah, biggest abs.
He had abs. Most men got 6, he had 1.
Yeah. But it's alright, you know, I could still work. And just, you know.
Yeah, what about you there, Mr. Denzel? Don't talk too much, buddy.
Yes, I didn't talk it.
Nah, we talking to he. Go ahead.
My name is Denzel Dublin. This is my fiancée, Felicity Smith. You know how we met, right? Okay.
I want to know how you make up. Could you tell me how you make up?
Well, for us to make up, a couple of days we don't speak to each other, we're going to do something wrong. And
I don't speak to you.
I just made the force my grown and tell her I was sorry I did this and tell her why I did it and so on. She's a very forgiving person because from the time we live about 5 years now, that was about 1 million rounds.
Oh Lord.
So she
But you're a big man.
in a nice way. In a nice way. And she's a person who's caring because from what she met me, from the time she met me, to what I was, to what I am now, she's a really caring person.
She convert you.
That's right.
Yes, from meat eater to vegetarian to...
Oh, really? Very good, very good.
I took it as a commitment.
You're going to do that?
Not buy pork, I eat pork.
I tell her as a commitment because I can't say I eat meat and she's not eating meat and we live in the same house. We live in the same bed. I say I can't do that. And I didn't find it hard to stop because there's so many sickness going on in the animals and the fish and so on. I don't regret it.
Okay. So what was it about this woman that made you decide you want to marry this woman?
Well, she is confident. She's a no-nonsense person. When you come to her, you have to come straight. And something might try to make a joke about something and she will be very serious about it. Because, like for example, the night before this Thursday night, I told her a story about a woman. And I don't know how it came up, but I say she's in a situation just like me. I don't know how it came up, but now she didn't want to stop it because she want to know what I'm going through. This one's going through the same thing.
Which woman?
A big woman. She spoke to me.
What do you want to tell you?
She had a chat today. She told her the father she has have 3 children and have some outsiders. In which my father has the same thing.
Okay.
But I don't know how the question came out of my mouth and she just want to hear what I have to say about go to the same problem.
So you start your jokes and she don't laugh?
It is very joking, but once it's a serious joke, you don't laugh.
But what's a serious joke? What kind of serious joke? What kind of joke is that she don't laugh? Let me hear it. Tell me a joke. Let me see if you can't tell a joke or she ain't got a sense of humor.
He doesn't know to tell a joke.
I would call it a joke because it's not something that is serious.
To you.
Exactly. So why don't you tell me about this man? Tell me how you like to talk too much.
Alright, a very great guy.
Mm-hmm.
In that he's loving, really loving and caring to me and my kids. When I first met him, I was with my son, and he was about 3 years old. And the way he would react with him was like a father, even better than the child's original father.
Mm-hmm.
So I find that very interesting because you don't have that these days. And when he works, he gives me all of his money, so I don't have a problem in terms of any other woman getting the money. However,
when I was in the army, I used to say, send the money and don't come.
I don't like certain things about Denzel. I'll be straight. For example, you know one of them, he likes to talk.
Too much, oh Lord.
Too much. Everything Denzel would tell you, fine,
but you know that's
fine,
good, you know. When you got a man who honest and not good thing, he's tell you everything. Talk the whole dirty story.
This is one of the reasons why I'm with him too, because when I first met him, he told me everything from point A to point B.
So you know everything about he?
Yes, and sometimes he will say, but you know, Sam, so happens, so I said, Denzel, you told me it already. Right? So he would be a person who would, like, relate every detail of his lifestyle.
What about you? Do you tell him everything?
No.
Are you?
How can you?
Exactly.
Right? Especially if it's something that will hurt, you won't talk about it.
Norris, how you been with this boy?
One problem I have with it is some morning, like when we sleep over, I get up from the bed.
Lazy?
No, actually it's work hard. One thing I love about him, he was working hard from since he was 15. He's driving. It's uncomfortable for me on my part, whereby late at night, 2-3 days, he would take, if he goes funny, if something happens to the truck, 2-3 days he'll be there, sometimes days, without getting things to eat. That is like, I can say, somebody that will do anything for me. And I know anybody will look forward having somebody like him in their life. And he's caring, charming, and every other way. And supportive.
When you got a headache, she's come and look you after.
Anything, right?
How she treat you?
Well, like last night I got a boiled stomach. So I give him a water.
Y'all had a good time the Valentine last night? How y'all met?
My friend had a birthday party, her 16th birthday, and I was there. I didn't know nothing about him, but she and he was friends too. So when I go to the party, my curfew was 7 o'clock. Yeah, I was 15 then. My curfew was 7 o'clock, but I was letting about 5 houses away. So I went to the party, and actually they were talking about if he was coming, right? I want to know who's party. So by the time 7:30, my mother ringing on my phone. I knew it home. And so like, I'm ready to see him. So when he arrived, he told me, so he didn't come in that because I was already vexed. My mother called in and he late. That's the normal. So we chat while walking along the road, and that was it. And I think he fell in love with me at first sight.
Oh boy!
That was the December 21st, and he came actually got away because he didn't know town. He's from Linden, I'm from town. And he got away on my birth night. The second time he saw me. Yes. And everything I keep doing on my birth, like I got engaged on the first birthday too.
Very good, very good. Let me ask you a question. If she and your mother in a boat, and the boat sink, and you could only save one of them, who you going to save? Your mother. You know you calm dog, girl.
I'm being very honest there too.
No, that's right, that's right. That's what I meant. You save your mother. That's all right.
You can't get another mother now.
Of course not.
Her mother can't get another daughter too.
He probably thinks I can float.
So tell us, how did you meet her?
I first saw her actually, I was probably 11, 10, yeah, on St. John Road. She was going home. I got it mixed up. I thought it was her little sister, but it was her cousin that she picked up from school that afternoon. And I was riding off of St. John Road, and we started talking, and we grew a friendship that lasted up until now. We're best friends, and then we became
best friends, huh?
Yeah.
How important is best friends in this whole scenario?
I would say.
Who want to be friends? Is it better to be friends or better to be in love? What do you think?
I want separated though.
There's no separation.
There's no separation. It's togetherness.
Exactly.
If you're in friendly and in love broad, and covering everything, friendship, sharing.
What do you think? Love or friendship? Which one is last? Which one will stand the test of time? Love. How y'all think so? That's okay. You know, I can lose y'all to the more experienced lovers just now. You were saying to me, go ahead.
Oh, what was that? Yeah. And well, we struck a friendship. I think just after that I will come in, once I went to King's College, she was a bit down. You know, we lived in the same neighborhood, just a couple of corners away. So, you know, I would frequently pass by, we would talk. And, well, she was probably 16 when she told me she was interested in dating some other guy. Because we were just friends, remember? And I was like, what's the point? I mean, we know each other so long. And I was crazy about her, but, you know, being the boy, wasn't the one to say, well, you know, I'm interested and I want to be with you and stuff. And, well, I had to do it then. Well, somebody else would have been here in my position. So, 21 years later, I'm here and totally in love.
Which one of y'all made the decision to enter this Wedding Expo race to the altar?
Me.
You? Did she support it or she give you a hard time?
No, she was in full support because it's more like, it was sort of, if you don't do it this way, then, because I'm comfortable with the relationship that we have because we're really happy together just the way it is. But, you know, I said, yeah, if you want to marry me, let's win the Wedding Expo.
If I want to marry him, I will take the application in.
Oh, yeah.
He is not a Valentine man. He turned up all the way in red last night and he turned up in yellow. Tell them why you don't like Valentine.
Oh, well, I was probably 14 and I was browsing the internet and St. Valentine popped up and, well, his sexuality said he was comfortable with warming his bed with young men. So I don't think I should be celebrating any form of things pertaining to him.
But love, regardless if it's same-sex love, is still love, isn't it?
I have differing views on that. Sorry. I'm Muslim, so we will have very
okay, well, I just wanted to know. That's fine. That's fine.
No, you see, the thing with having 7 wives as a Muslim, you have to be able to love everyone equally, and there's no way that I can love 7 different women because everyone will have different characteristics that I will love individually. So if I have to love
I got to treat all them the same way.
Equally, so there's no way that I can love everybody equally. So there's no way that I can marry 7 wives and be genuinely a Muslim and say, well, I love them genuinely equally.
Right.
Or the financial thing.
Yeah,
That's right.
Well, that's just like a clause in it, because for you to be able to actually love 7 different people as one, it's impossible. Everybody will have different things that you will love about them. Maybe I like how she cooks, I like how she washes, I like, you know, and you can't, right, you can't actually have that. You have to be equally loving to everybody.
Well, I wanted to stop here for a moment and ask the people in the house, the media, if y'all got any questions y'all want to ask them. And then we will take some other questions from other people. But anybody wanted to grill them a little bit?
Come on, IGWT, come on.
Beverly, how about you?
I was listening to, what's your name? Yeah.
I'm Pride.
Pride?
Pride, yes.
Okay, I was listening to your reasoning behind 7 wives.
Okay.
If you're a Muslim, do you believe in it or you don't?
Actually, to believe, yes, it's there. It's a part of our religion. But there, as I usually tell people, there's no way it's like we would call it a statement that you have to read between the lines. Because for you to love, as I said before, seven different, the reason you have to love everybody equally to be able to marry seven different people or to have another wife. So for me to do that, it would be impossible because I wouldn't be able to love them equally because for different characteristics because of them being individuals.
That's because of you as a person, but not so much the principle of it in Muslim.
Right.
As a Muslim, because you know it happens, right?
It happens.
And
But as I said,
people do it very well because the wives go in order in some, first, second, and third, and each of them play a different role. And but you as a person, you're not prepared. You're not into that.
Correct.
Okay.
Because I don't think I would be.
Now, what was your view on the issue with friendship and love?
Well, I think, and I think it's known that friendship is a foundation of any relationship. If you don't have a friendship, I think it's important to create a friendship between between the two of you, your fiance, and that stands as a foundation. Even if you were to separate down the road, we hope that doesn't happen, but that there can still be a friendship. There are people who divorce and have kids, and they continue to live, and have cordial relationships. You wouldn't even believe that they were divorced. But that's because there was a foundation before. There was a friendship that you still live off of that. Even though the other aspect, the intimacy and all that is no longer there. So it is important to be friends before. So Pride and his fiance, the fact that you two were friends for so long, I think you stand a very good chance of hopefully
surviving.
Yeah, because you have that to fall back on, and maybe some of the others here who may have been friends before, yeah.
That's one of the reasons why, regardless of how many fights we have, he always ensures that, finds a way to make things better.
Why gotta be he and not you?
Oh, he calls me the biggest thing.
Actually,
there forever.
Actually, if I was a marriage counselor, I would probably say that the foundation of any relationship is a friendship. Is being friends. I think, and that will only come with time, as you will see. Infatuation and chemistry and so on. Eventually, it don't die, but it diminishes. And what keeps and cements people together is friendship. And what is friendship? Friendship is just enjoying, having, walking together, gaffing, doing things together. And that don't have to be love. That have to be friends. So you can be friends with a man or a woman. Right? If you're a man, you can have a good friend and you like spending time. And so if you have a person that you love and you're friends with that person, it also, I believe, enhances. So that's just my free marriage counseling thing. What will happen now? We take you, when you come into a place like this, the people in these areas, they don't have supermarkets. So the way they eat is that they go into the jungle and they hunt. Or they go into the creek and they get the fish. And so they call it, they're going to get the tuna hawk. And I don't know if she may brief you all today, if to get lunch, you got to go hunt. No, that is true.
Okay, so like how we're vegetarians, we don't have to hunt, we climb the trees.
Forage.
Actually, there's things in the jungle you could eat, so you got to bring back food. That's the idea. You're going to get food. So what would happen is we have a series of trails in the jungle, and Michael will take you through the jungle. And basically what happened is when they go hunting here in the community, they build something called a wabani up in the trees. And the Armenians will go there with the arrow and bow, their shotgun, and they will sit in the wabani up at the platform in the trees, and then they bait the jungle floor. And then they will wait there sometimes at night, and they'll pan the light. And they would hear the movement, and when the light hit them, they'll look at the eyes. The color of the deer eyes are different from the labo, and so on, or the guti, and then they will know what to shoot and what not to shoot. And so that's how they get the meat, and they shoot it, then they take it, and then they go to the kayak, and then they paddle their way back home, the canoes and so on. That's how they eat. So when you're in Rome, you do as the Romans do. So that's what you guys will do today. And then we judge you by how much meat you bring back here today.
Really?
Or other things that you'll get to eat. So what we do, we take a walk in the jungle. Michael will take you through. And this is what the wabani looks like. So you'll go up in the wabani, you'll take some photographs and so on. and then you'll come back kayaking through the alligator alley. And then you'll come back and pass to the barrier point. And if you get back here today, then there'll be a good lunch waiting for you guys.
So if you come back with nothing, eat nothing.
If you come back with nothing, you eat nothing. I tell you, talk too much. So that is what we'll do, and then we'll come back, we'll have lunch. We'll probably play a little volleyball in the beach. All you guys play a little volleyball?
Love volleyball.
Well, we can see. But we gotta, and then we can probably go and take a little ride on the mountain bikes. At night we have a bonfire on the beach where we have big groups here as well. And this is at Christmas time we have Santa Claus. We bring all the children from the reservation here, and we have a big party for the children. So Santa Claus sometimes come with a helicopter. This time he came in the kayak, and so on. So that's what we'll go off and do now. Just relax and enjoy it. Now, those of you who have ever paddled, any one of you have never paddled, put up your hands. You have never paddled. Well, it's very simple, right? So the kayak will be one in front and one at the back, and you have a paddle like this. So basically, you hold the paddle, right? He hustling
every day.
Right. You're looking for a wife. You want to be part of the Wedding Expo. You might just marry you.
We're gonna compete. Remember that, right?
Yeah. I don't know if you could stand up to that though. But anyway.
What does that mean?
But so you basically balance the paddle in your hands, and it's very simple. And you paddle. So one is in front, one is in the back, and you paddle and you make your way back. It will take you about half an hour to get back. It's actually a nice thing. Unfortunately, what happens is that to keep this kayak straight, both you need to be coordinated. Now, normally, if the boys like to sit at the back because you steer it from the back, and the girls are in front. And as usual, the girls want to give orders. The girls want to say, "Oh, you're going wrong." So guys, this is what you do, right? As you're paddling like this and she started to talk a lot, just move your hand like this and smack her in her head. And then you continue paddling. And that kind of keeps the kayak straight. Right? And if you do it again, just move your hand like this and smack her again. Not a big smack, just a little smack. And then so the cameras could see you do the smack. And so it's actually, but do not hit my trees. Now you can't hit the trees because of the low carbon development strategy. You remember the story? So if you're gonna hit the trees, it's best you hit she. Or hit he. But don't hit my trees. And but you'll come through Alligator Alley, which is a very small creek, and then you'll come along the Pokerera Creek past the barrier point. And so long as you pass that gauntlet of obstacles, when you get back here, we'll have lunch waiting for you.
This is
You're in the it's an eco resort.
That's right.
Real stuff.
But actually what we did, we had a dentist coming here then, so.
That's why we did that.
Extract the teeth. So they won't bite too hard.
Exactly. All of you could ride a bicycle?
Yes.
Who can't ride a bicycle? Good, so we can have some fun this afternoon. And volleyball, who've never played volleyball? Never played? Then you never play volleyball? You ever play Litty?
You ever play volleyball?
What do you think name? Hopscotch? You ever play hopscotch? See, you never play volleyball, you play hopscotch. Hold on. You ever play Litty? You know what Litty is? Wrong thing, you know?
Yeah.
Thing is play a little marble and thing them girls just play with when you're small. Jacks. You know about that. So you never play volleyball, but you play jacks. Let me hear this story.
I'm a cricket man.
Oh, you're a cricket man. And you play hopscotch.
Well, play my sisters, yes.
Okay.
And marble.
And marble. Play gums.
Yep.
You know what's gum?
Yep.
You know what's gum?
I played them.
I got no idea what's gum.
We still play jacks up to now.
Jute tech.
Jocks every day. We
Y'all
riding the
y'all meet each other?
Yeah.
What's his name?
The name thing in sync, and slightly, even up to this
Well,
morning, we were trying
y'all
to
introduce yourself to one another now.
getting it done.
We started this morning at residence.
Yeah.
Well, introduce yourself now because
I introduced to him like, man, you know what going on with the wife, man. It was this, man. You know, she, Nigel.
Freedom. I know it is
I know pride. Pride and joy.
everybody know Pride. Pride don't want 5 wives and he don't want Valentine.
Mr. Canterbury and Mistress Canterbury.
That's Denzel.
By the way, y'all better remember each other's name because we're doing an exam later, right? Just telling y'all.
Romel.
Y'all went to the wedding yet? You went? Do you?
Yesterday, yeah.
Okay, okay.
Only we didn't bike yet. We want to do that.
Yeah.
And we'll do the kayaking again.
All right. So now is 10 after 11. At 5 after 11, we'll meet you up on the hill. Now it's 10 after 11. We meet at 50 minutes after. Right on the hill. And you guys are dressed. I mean, you're probably wet up your skin a little bit when you're paddling. Got a paddle, the water runs on your hand, or wet your clothes, and then when you smack her in the head, you can probably wet you as well. Right. You do what you want to do, and we're going to be ready in about 5 minutes up on the hill. All right, thank you very much. If you guys...
Eat some among the luck. They usually be in a pod. Items are red sweet. So you want to find those trees with the pod and then make your lucky wish. And then you break it open. Go ahead, it's very hard. So you go, you crack. My one is not opening. Alright, you make your wish when it crack.
Oh, some wish. But it's strong.
You better stop doing it. Alright, you made your wish.
What if you get a double one?
First time we kayaking today? Okay.
First time here.
First time here.
It's first time kayaking in the boat too. And at first it was very hard, challenging.
Okay.
And then it really got me vexed at the beginning, but then I said, man, as we're here, we don't know if we'll be here ever again, so best if we enjoy it instead of quarreling. So we did it left, right, until we reached. You made it.
All right.
You didn't
All right. How was the experience? You know, it's the first time kayaking?
Yes, it was the first time.
Okay, first time for you too? Okay. So how did you manage to cooperate with each other now to go? Because kayaking calls a lot of cooperation, dealing with the paddling. So who was the captain?
You have to be strong at the back. You have to be strong at the back and steer the back. Hopefully the front go wherever you want to go.
Okay.
That's all right.
Right. Was the experience fun? At the time in the jungle there?
Yes, it was because at least it's the first time we do things like this together. We want to experience more things together, not by ourselves, actually together, not by ourselves.
What place you guys came in?
First, it's a joke.
No, I don't think it was something for like who bring first, second, third, or fourth, right? It's just how you work well in getting both mode to flow smoothly, right? So we came in good time. I don't know what space, but when we started off, it was a bit like going into the currents and so on. But as you get used to it, because I was front and she was in the back.
Okay.
Right? But she was very good in getting it to turn and come out because I never did before. She had a little first-hand experience. And I was going like taking the paddle. If I see a tree, push it from the tree we got, right? You know, a little shark. But and eventually, when we reach straight and so on, we get it moving fast. We even take down one of them. That started before me, and I'm coming. So I think it was really nice.
We noticed you threw up earlier, right? You prepared for this bike riding?
Yeah, prepared.
So the legs got all the power, not the hand.
Actually, the stomach was sick for like most of the week.
Okay. All right.
What happened there?
Wedding jitters, possible wedding.
So the space we're looking at in this bike race, because we hear it towing, and you notice easy to tow, but if you can ride, and she could ride, she got to tow you?
Yes.
All right. You'll make it?
It's like I can. It's like I was offering to take the back seat in the kayak because I know to paddle. He has never paddled. And he refused to let me go sit in the back. So
yeah, I could get his first one.
he could have. But then I ended up getting some lash to hair.
I didn't do it. The trees did it. The trees did it.
No, your paddle did. I got lashed on the
Oh,
yes.
Mr. Gavaya was clear on saying to use the paddle.
All right, what we have on the menu today?
We have our traditional Arrowpoint menu, which is dal rice, curry chicken, pumpkin, fried fish, curry potato, roti, and salad.
Now the point is that all of you, like we said, whether you're the couple chosen or not, you're the one. You're the one because you'll be making new friends, you'll be experiencing something new. You know, we like to say, when we bring people to Arrowpoint, when last have you done something for the first time? Think about it. When last have you rode a mountain bike through the jungle? So you don't get it for the first time. Some of you, when last have you kayak? A kayak in the jungle and so on. When last did you eat Captain by cooking? Because when I cooked the food today, while you guys were in the kayak, I was there cutting up the chicken and the onions.
That's a fast cook. That's a cook. So there's a fast cook.
Assistant, right?
The assistant.
I'm a man that is multi-talented. And but this was an experience for you. And like I said, for the next couple of weeks, you're going to find yourself talking to the media. And so you need to start thinking what to say outside of the ordinary, outside of the simple things you say. You'll learn to start talking about Guyana, what a beautiful country we live in. You will learn to understand that the biodiversity of Guyana, our cultural diversity, our religious diversity, is what makes this country so rich. We'll also learn to understand that while we have a few problems in Guyana, we are still a lot better off than many, many countries in the world. And that for Guyana to develop, each one of us, individually and collectively, got to build it. We got to make it. We got to deal with the difficult challenges, and we got to put our shoulders to the wheel. I think that's what we want to see. And the Guyana tourism, you know, there's a lot of people who believe that Guyana don't have a tourism product, who don't believe it. But they think that tourism is only, like we said, what's happening in Barbados. But you understand there's a lot of people who love nature, who love the things that we do. And this resort has actually been in existence now for close to 20 years. I was in the army at the time, and my wife is also a pilot. And we use our planes to do a medical evacuation service in and out of the jungle. And when my kids were very small, we wanted a place where we could spend time with them on the weekends, because it's very important when you're building a family that you find time for the children, that you find time to spend with them. So that you're working to build your lives, you must also be working to build your children and bond your children. So what we did, one day I was flying past here with my helicopter, and I saw this spot. It wasn't as nice as this at the time, but it was a very nice spot. And I looked at it in relation to where the international airport is. It's only 8 miles as the crow fly from here to Timeri, but it's a 14-mile drive in that creek to get here. And I thought, well, this would make a lot of sense. So I brought my children here, and we used to live on the tent. We used to cook, and I wanted my sons to stay solid, and they grew up with the Armenians in this area. So my boys grew up. A lot of the Armenian young people in here now, they're the same age as my children. My children are 25 and 26 now, 20, and so they grew up in here, and they finally went back to Canada. They went to school there, but every time they come, they love to come back here. And the important thing about this is to stay grounded. A lot of us, like I grew up in lodge housing scheme, so I grew up grounded. I didn't grow up with any kind of luxury, and when my children got old, I wanted to give them a different life than I had. But I also wanted them to stay in touch with the commonality of our country and so on. So we brought them here, and then we used to come here. So all the things you see me doing, all the mountain biking, the kayaking, is what I did with my children. And then when it came time and my sons were big enough and we were going to send them back to school, I was glad to see them leave, because they used to bring their school friends. Every weekend, 20 or 30 of the friends used to come here with them, and I had to bring them in and host them, and it was a hell of a ordeal with the kids screaming and riding and so on. And so when my boys got big and they left, then we turned this into an eco resort. But it was exactly what you're doing now as friends. This is what Arrowpoint was. Arrowpoint was a place where we build friendships, and my sons build friendships as well. And so this is part of the Guyana tourism product now. Kaicho Falls is a very important part of the Guyana tourism product as well. There's nothing else like Kaicho Falls in the world. That's what makes Guyana so spectacular. And we also work closely with other tourism resorts like Baganara and so on, and Mainstay. And so people will come to Guyana, they'll come to here, spend 2 nights, go to Baganara, go to Kaicho Falls, go to Rupununi, and so on. And this creates a lot of jobs for people. The good thing about tourism is you don't really need a lot of education for tourism. What you need is attitude. You need first of all to be friendly. You need to be helpful. You need to be honest, and you need to be innovative, and you need most of all to love Guyana. And so tourism is a good opportunity for young people. It's a new area for economic development and for job creation in Guyana. And I know everybody wants to be a IT man or a cosmetologist, but all those things is tourism too, by the way. And so so tourism offers a whole new opportunity. Those of you who have been in mining in the interior, mining is also important, but and agriculture in Guyana. Agriculture is obviously very, very important in Guyana. But there's something called agro-tourism. So like here, for example, we want to do a farm where we could do like watermelons and pineapples. When the guests come to Arrowpoint, they don't need to come and do this, and then when foreigners come, they want to walk into the farms and see how you do things, So agro-tourism is also a very important part of the Guyana tourism product.
Challenging because I'm not used to, activities like playing games or volleyball. You see, I was worse than that. I don't play games. I'm not very active, but it was challenging and very exciting. I enjoyed it.
But did it trigger something in your head that maybe you need to start playing some games and exercising?
Yeah.
Where's that sport?
Yeah.
You gotta get you active national individual boy.
You see, that's why I old. That big work, man. We need to come. You have a very nice place, though.
I remember I told you, men are talking. Yes, go ahead.
Repeat the question again, please.
I just need you to sum up your experience here at Arrowpoint.
Well, today, my experience here was great. Ryan and I both learned today that communication within a relationship is the best way forward, because it would do great things within your relationship. You would move forward, you would learn to understand each other.
What about Arrowpoint taught you communication? Arvin, could I have a bottle of water? Or off my bike. Yeah. What is it about Arrowpoint? Just sum up Arrowpoint and how we think about it, maybe how it affects you. But talk about Arrowpoint.
Well, first, what is the Arrowpoint? Very good. Today when me and Ryan was through there paddling.
We all do.
Paddling.
We all do.
Nothing.
Oh.
But because of the communication and the understanding that we had, first, because I had a first-hand experience in it, but not as great or professionally. But we did it together, we tried. Yes, I told him, let me go at the back, and you go in front. I mean, we ain't got time with man, woman, we just doing the thing.
Forget your best, right?
So...
Yes, we started with shallow, right?
Yes, it was kind of, porous to the forest, as we know, but as we get in, we found it really easy, fun, and enjoyable.
You done? How about you?
Well, my experience here is kind of bittersweet. It started off very exciting and so on, but when we got to the boat, I knew from the bottom of my heart that Denzel doesn't know how to row a boat. So I told him, let me go to the back, and he was like, no, he's going to the back. So I said, okay, let him be the man, go at the back. And traveling down the river, we found it very difficult, rowing the boat, steering the boat. And at one point I was wanting to get angry with him, but then I said, you know what? This is once in a lifetime. I might not be able to come back here at any time, so I might as well just enjoy it. Just go with the flow.
Did you smack? You didn't get to smack him with it. You didn't get to smack him with the paddle.
He smacked me, but then it was for a worm. I thought he smacked me because I was talking too much, but then it was a worm, a green worm.
Why were you talking too much? What were you saying?
I was saying, no, you're going the wrong way. We need to go left, right, left, this way. And at one point he got so like nervous that I thought he would have toppled, but it didn't happen. So in the end, I must say that I enjoyed myself to the fullest. And even if I don't win, I enjoyed myself, and I'm still hoping to win though. And yes, it was fun, and I think that I'm going to come back here sometime. I will save enough money.
Good. Yes, Narcy.
For me, it's an amazing trip because first time, I said before, the first time we're doing something together, and for the kayaking, it's our first time too, right? And going through, all we had to do was support each other. And while communicating, we realized that without each other right now at this point, we're nothing. And we're going to continue supporting each other throughout everything, and it was a wonderful day spent here. Everything that we did. And the food was great.
Who cooked the food?
Jerry.
Exactly.
My day has been wonderful, and I learned something, being my third time here, I learned something new when we came in with Mike. He was talking about the bamboo along the river, and he mentioned about the Chinese reserve. So I wasn't aware of that before. And I'm surprised, I'm bad at remembering names. I'm surprised that I remember everybody's name here. And Mr. Bacchus. Mr. Bacchus has surprised me. He's known to having a short temper. And while on this kayaking trip, he was surprisingly very calm and coaching me on. He chose to sit at the back. So we ended up.
Y'all hit my trees?
I get hit. I get hit.
We tried to save the trees and hit ourselves.
Hit me instead. Arrowpoint. This is his second trip into the rainforest, and I'm certain he has learned to listen with what the fresh air can really do to you. You can actually breathe with ease. He was sick, and he's actually way better now. And Arrowpoint is definitely a destination to come back to.
If I was supposed to say to you that if there was a lesson today, I think would have been some things for you to think about. We spoke about the issue of friendship. A lot of you went with Mills and Boon's version of things and said that love is the thing. Well, I would just say to you, you almost think about it. Regardless of what happens in your life, I think friendship, being real friends, real sincere friends. So when you hit the hard times and he won't do it your way, you won't do it your way, and so on. The thing that will bring you out of that is friendship, not love. Friendship because you really, there's a difference between loving one another and liking somebody. You can actually love somebody and don't like them. You all don't understand that concept yet, right? So, but being a friend is what is really the foundation of your relationship. And I would say that, I'm not saying to you to conclude on that, I'm just saying to you something for you to think about. I think it was a discussion we had and you should think about it. The issue with the challenges in the kayak was not by accident. It is actually a very real challenge because you really, when you're there, it's only the two of y'all in this boat. And if y'all don't work together, you don't go nowhere, right? And so you could get as vexed as you want. And it's just like life. It's just like life. If you all hit challenges in your life and and two you all angry, you're fighting one another, you losing. Both of you losing.
We had some help along the way, mind you. Nazima and Romel, we were stuck alongside the creek. and
Locking the tree.
locking them, and they assisted us.
They had this issue, they want to ram you out the way. So
That's what they did. But it was not of help.
It was helping. They ram us out of the desert champ. But it was nice.
So the kayaking actually was meant. It really gives you that opportunity to really be there. And when you think about it, it's you and her and him and God alone. And if you all don't work together, you're going to win. That's it. And it wasn't about winning. Life is not always about winning, but it's also about enjoying the journey. How do you do that? And if I was supposed to come away with anything from an Arrowpoint trip, it'd be things like that, you know. Other than, of course, the issue of enjoying nature and building new friendships and so on. And the one last thing that we spoke about today, which some of us will have a zero tolerance for, is the issue of love. That love, the most cherished and beautiful love is a love between parents and children. I mean, there's nothing in this world that could prepare you for the love of a child. And then, of course, the love of somebody that you share your life with. But that love, you and your children as well. If you could have your children as you can love your children, but they're not friends with you. Your children who are friends with you, children who will come and talk with you and feel comfortable to talk to you and get your advice in a real way. That is how you become friends with your parents, by being real friends, and just the way you as a couple could become friends as well. Old boys like you think you know everything, and so what's happened? Old boys you gotta slow down a little bit, because she can know a different kind of music. That you only know Jim Reeves. And so that's it. If I could take it from you and your experience today, what would you say?
What can I say? Well, a little stretch away from customs, see? And it was really refreshing, because I ain't see the back dam since last year. Early, like
This look like a back dam.
And this year, all these trees just reminding you, get me studying and scratching and studying 2 ounces and them things. People in the sun. I said, well.
You did a little shake in the sun.
I studied, I said, man, actually good. Now, but you have a very nice place, and in terms of tourism, right, I ain't really think it was so much going on in the back here. You see the ads and you see a little flyover, a little shed, you understand? But, and even down to the solar. My house right now, I'm GPL free for 4 years.
Really? Wow.
Right? And the same way you got it set up at the home, I got my little small generator for emergency, panel lights, TV, everything, I'm good. So when I come and see I say, pan it out to a site right away, and then I peep in and see how you did a little bit more innovations with the toilet systems and what. And I didn't expect it to really be like this. And then, you know, as we got into the challenges, I was telling everybody, I said, man, this is like we there splashmans, but when we there fast, all right, let me go. It's creek we there. Creek with a little competition, but it was very nice. I enjoyed it.
All right, guys. How about you?
Yeah, my experience today was awesome. This is something I haven't done for a long time, and I enjoy every bit of it because it made me exercise, which is something I didn't really do for a long time. You know, the running tree down the sun.
You didn't live shop.
I live for a while almost, but I have a lot of solutions. Because foot start outside again. Here also is a really clean atmosphere, breathing easy, not much, carbon in the atmosphere and so on. Also, I sure what me and our here is that this thing about cooperation and communication is really big, because if you don't do it, you stop one way indeed. Because while I might want to be a man and do my own thing, I said no, let me do that. If she got more experience than me in this way, I think she's the strongest person in that area, so I should take the man to do that. We learned that communication and actively listening to one another, because you could be talking to a person and if they're listening to you, they wouldn't do anything. So listening is also important. It's a very nice place to have with Cherry. I'm sure I'll be coming back at some other time, whether we win or not.
Shireen, did you tell them that the winning couple honeymoon is spent here?
No.
Yeah. Yes, Mr. Denzel, the man who don't like Facebook.
first time being here, but not the first time in a place like this, a jungle place. I went meeting a camp, so right up in the highway. And for me, the experience is awesome, it's very nice. The food is good. I could eat food like every day.
Hi, Jerry for cook.
Being away from the regular stuff, today I've been painting, my job I do, and being away from that, gave me a wonderful experience to be away from regular stuff, to being among different people. Something I saw for the first time. And, well, I can contribute into what he said. I mean, she has more experience than me in what we did in the kayaking industry. And surely, if I had listened to her, maybe, I can see we would have come forward. We could have come in a better position. And communication is very important. Without that, you're going nowhere. Very good. And the experience is good, and surely, sometime in the future, we might be back here.
Good. Yes.
Well, to me, like, Arrowpoint is like a home away from home for me.
Kukwani.
Well, like, Kukwani is like, you gotta drive through there with the lag or whatever. So, that's like, I really accustomed to the lifestyle. So, it's just the kayaking. It does give me a little challenge. So, and I enjoy the food. So, at least I know I could bring somebody else here.
Somebody else.
No, like family.
Huh?
Coffee.
I think I'm big.
That's my wife. If you all learn anything from me, boys, is beg.
I'm from Amsterdam.
Be good beggars.
Born in 39.
Yes.
Yeah, just accustomed
What
to
can I
this
say?
life.
Yeah.
I just accustomed to this life. So it's just normal to me.
Good. Yes.
Oh, what do I say? Everybody said most of what I was about to say, but you know, it was a welcoming experience for me with the kayaking actually. I've never done it before and it was really nice. And well, I probably fell in love all over again with being saved.
Boy.
Yeah, a couple of times I was saved. From an outburst of profanity in the jungle. But
Wicked man.
All in all, I must say it was a wonderful trip, and it was a good time to spend some time with the couples and getting to know them, and you know.
All right. Well, we're going to be leaving at 4:30. What is happening? I want you guys to keep learning with each other, because the next time we meet, I will as well ask you some, you know, to see how you've been doing that. And you all please add me to Facebook. So thank you very much.